What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I got this absolutely hilarious comment that was saying that this has to be rage bait, and I kindly said that the only one that is rage baiting was the person that commented. But the funny thing is that he said that while the wood was wiggling around is because it's not the vice is not fully clamped down, so it is dangerous. And so I just want to make a brand new video just to show me that I'm actually doing some work. I'm cutting wood, and I know that what I'm doing, but like I did say, just because I'm a beginner, it doesn't mean that I don't know what I'm doing. So I actually do know what I'm doing. It's just that I don't have the best equipment on planet Earth or like any other woodworker has. So if you look at these professional woodworkers, John Malecki, man-made, they have the proper equipment. They use expensive Ryobi tools, Black & Decker tools, Milwaukee, and those are the only tools that they use, and DeWalt. So do you see me having like all this expensive equipment in my garage? No. So I will show you again what equipment I have just to get a rundown of it so that the person knows that I don't have the best equipment on planet Earth and that this is completely not rage bait and I know what I'm doing. It's just that the equipment is not the best. And I did mention that in the video, but maybe not have heard it, but I do not have the best equipment. So back to square one of how my vice is actually on. I'll show you guys now. So my vice is literally held on by a clamp and vice grips. Yes, those things is what my vice is literally put on. But as you guys can see that this whole thing here starting from there and ending just there was a door. And I did say before that you can tell that this is a door because of this. And if you cannot tell me that's not a door, then what else could it be? What else could it be that is not a door? So this clamp is not exactly sturdy. I did try and tighten it, but it still has some wiggle. And the zip ties are not on as good as they can be either. So yeah. You may think that this tool here was expensive. Guess what? I personally do not know how much it was. You think that this was expensive. Guess what? I also don't know how much that was. You think that this was expensive, but guess what? I also do not know how much that was. I know how much this was. It was $40. Do you think that a Black & Decker sander is possibly the best product on planet Earth that you guys can possibly come up with? You know, this workbench alone, this little workbench was having to adjust that. This workbench, let me think how much it was. About $50 max. So do you think I have the best equipment on planet Earth to be showing you guys again of what equipment I have? Look, I have a circular saw. Yes, it does have the price on it, $109.99. But Copra, does Copra exist? Or is it just an oven-made product? Don't ask me, because I haven't googled it to see if it is a product or not. So, generally, I do not have good equipment. Like, $40 sander. I actually don't know how much this was, but that was Ryobi, so we're gonna have to look at that one. But I'm not sure, because we look at this again and again and again. You guys know that I don't have the greatest equipment. So like I said, does that exist anymore? No. Ryobi, Black & Decker, DeWalt, Milwaukee are always coming out with brand new tools. But apart from that, let's get straight into it. I want to try and cut this, and I'm gonna try and make it as sturdy as I can. So let's open up this vise and see what we can do. And while you guys are here, if you're new here, please smash that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you know after I post, or you never miss one of these silly videos. And again, if this wood does move, I am completely aware that it is dangerous. So I don't advise that. That's why some of this wood did get a little bit of a bump in it from the jigsaw. I just have to run inside real quick and plug it in and everything, because I forgot to do that because I was focused on this video and explaining that I don't have the best equipment on planet Earth. But yeah, so I'll be back. I also forgot to say something absolutely hilarious. This guy literally said that he respects, as me being a beginner and not knowing what I'm doing, he respects me, so I kind of appreciate that. But saying that my video was rage bait is the absolute hilarious thing, because he was the only one that was rage baiting. If you watch this, shout out to you, because you get a special shout out, and I don't know what your name is, but you can feel validated, you can feel warm on the inside, you can feel happy. I'm not making this as, I'm not being mean or disrespectful. This is the truth, that you can feel happy that I actually gave you a shout out, even though I don't remember what your name is. But yeah, shout out to you, and make sure that you keep commenting, because you can get my videos on the algorithm and recommend to different people to subscribe. So if you are new here, make sure you subscribe. I appreciate you. Now I turned everything on, so everything should burn. We're already 6 minutes into the video of me just yapping. Also, you guys would know that my video production is also pretty low. So if any of this does come to account that like it's the most hilarious thing ever, well, that is because I don't have the best video. I'm just gonna move it here because I'm gonna be cutting this way, so would have been in my road. I'm gonna make sure that I zoom out on these things too. It's crazy. It's crazy what I forget. See, it's in there sturdy, but the vise isn't sturdy. I didn't mark this before I do anything, if I'm being completely honest. I just don't have a ruler. This is an old jigsaw too, so it might not do the right job that I want it to do. These tools are old, so I don't know how well they would do. It's an old jigsaw, so I actually don't know how well it's gonna do. not a bad cut, you know. That's a pretty good cut right there. Just hope that I can carry on through, but hopefully I can carry on, but it all depends if I can or not. I did stop because I'm not used to this, so this might be a longer video than normal, I should say. That is crazy. There we go again. And I'm gonna get told, and I'm exactly gonna get told that I don't know, and I should Google it to see what I'm doing. But I actually know what I'm doing. You see that, and I go to there because that is the weaker side. So I think I'm just gonna pull it back. I just gonna pull it back this way, and then I should be okay. But you cannot tell me that wasn't perfect until I was getting to the end. So you cannot tell me to Google when I was doing a pretty good job. So if you guys are on my side, smash that thumbs up and comment and saying that I was on your side. Okay, it's in this studio again, so let's give this a shot. I don't think I can't get in from this, so let's change sides. I'm gonna get told to try and do something else. So maybe I shouldn't use left hand, or otherwise I'm gonna get told that is very, very difficult, which it is difficult. So I'm gonna flip the wood around. So instead of being why is this like this? So instead of it being this way, is this straight? It's not straight. What the hell? So instead of it being the way that it is, I'm just going to turn it around so the most cut part is at... So, okay, let me explain this. I'm going to flip it around so the most cut part is... Let me just do it. Now look closely. It's as tight as it can be, and you guys can see that there is literally a curve there, so you cannot tell me that I'm doing it wrong, because I know otherwise. Just support. Just support. Just say that you got this, and then maybe I can feel validated myself. buddy, are you gonna tell me that that is significantly dangerous and that I shouldn't do that when I had full control of those 3 different times in the last video that I posted? I had full control of that before I got any dangerous and before I lost any fingers or before I injured myself. I had full control, just like I had full control on this one. That's why I stopped and eased off a little bit. So full control leads to being what you can be in the future, and full control gets you this stuff right here. Having control over the tools that you have, having control leads to this stuff right here, buddy. So look at that stuff. Just look at that. I had full control before it got worse, and the last time I had full control before that got worse as well. Come on, buddy. Full control over everything, and it leads to little mistakes. Look at this piece of wood right here, and you can say, oh yeah, that's a little bit of a mark there. But guess what? Full control gets you everything up in here. Full control gets you up in here, bastard. Now I'm going to do a little bit with the hands. So actually, I can turn this. I can turn this here. And then I can just sand that part. Full control, 3 different times, no cuts, nothing. I don't know where that came from. No cuts, fingers are still intact, nothing happened. So for you to tell me to Google how to use a jigsaw and timber, this is actually wood from a pallet, if you know what a pallet is. But rage baiting, am I rage baiting that? Did I do anything about that? The only one that's rage baiting is you. You're rage baiting because you're raging behind a screen saying that I don't know how to use any tools. So thank you very much for watching and giving me that one extra view on watching this as well. Me cutting wood, being a lunatic, apparently being a lunatic, and I don't know what I'm doing, which I clearly know what I'm doing. You saw me have full control over everything that I just did. You saw me have full control, so you can't tell me that that's rage baiting. If I knew what I was doing, having full control. It's probably just some little American dude sitting behind a screen, not gonna lie. But my best viewer out there, my favorite viewer, I'm not gonna say your name because I don't think that would be appropriate, but my favorite viewer, you are the best. Show me all the support you can. Since we go to the same school, you even give me extra support, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate you for subscribing. But I know that I cut that wood primo, and I don't know what I just did with it, so I'm lost. I'm going on this massive rant, and now I just cut wood, and I don't know what happened to it. What wood did I just cut? I knew I cut wood. I cut wood here somewhere. I just don't know what wood I cut. Where's my Indonesian views? Okay, this was one piece of... Was this the other piece? Oh, these 2 pieces here. I was wondering why they looked a bit different. But those are the pieces of wood. So, I'm gonna get this... I have to use this. I might have to use a Ryobi. Am I zoomed in? Oh. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to do a basic sand, which a basic sand just pretty much means that I'm going to sand with the Ryobi tool. I'm going to chuck the wood on here, do a base layer sand to get any of any debris off, like that little part there. So I'm just going to go over the Ryobi, and I'm going to get a Black & Decker for more advanced. So hopefully you guys do really enjoy, and I'm going to put that up there, tilt it down there, and hopefully that I'm on to something, but it's crooked as hell. I was on to something, I just can't really see. I lied. I lied terribly. The wood won't fit on because the wood is too skinny. So let's do it on the vise there. I don't know if it's just me or if this is actually crooked in the vise. But I feel like it's just the curves that are putting me off badly. This is absolutely cooked. This sandpaper is cooked, and I only have a little bit of sandpaper left. I only have a little bit of sandpaper left before I absolutely run out. That's crazy. So let's go through a sandpaper change, and let's start. Ooh. 2 more pieces of sandpaper left. 2 more pieces of sandpaper left. Gonna have to buy some more. Locked and loaded, ready to go. Once again. Stop rage baiting, Lincoln. It's pretty much even. According to my calculations, that doesn't look even by This is telling me it's even. I personally do not think that it's even. Look at that, it's telling me that it's even. Do you guys, comment down below if you think that's even. Or am I rage baiting? Probably rage baiting again. Lincoln, you gotta stop rage baiting. Well, I'm just gonna sand it anyway to get off all this rough stuff. So I don't rage bait. Maybe I am rage baiting, who knows? I don't even know the definition of it. So, one pump. Yes, I just smelt it, guys. This is a multi-tool, so don't tell me to Google how to use a multi-tool. It's not even. It's not my problem. I don't care if it's even. Bro, person that like commented that, do you have OCD too? Because it's gonna tell me that this isn't even. I know that's not even, but do you think I care? You know what? You said I was rage bait. I'm gonna leave it as is. Make a coaster, make a cup holder, and basically I'm just gonna rage bait. I'm gonna leave it like that. No, I'm not. I'm actually gonna work on it, so don't worry. I'm generally not gonna leave it like that. Promise. No. I'm not. I need to send this a bit more. Let's cook it. Let's send this. You guys don't want to see that. Alright guys, hope that you enjoyed this awfully long video. It is long. This has been my longest video that I have made on the channel. That's strictly because of that position in the middle, and then running long clips, and plus I've been doing quite a lot of things which takes up quite a lot of time when you're recording too. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy, and all of that is my tools, and I don't have the best equipment. That's why there is a clamp right there, because that is obviously a 2-point clamp, and this is obviously a zip ties that are going through a door. And if you're gonna tell me that that's not a door, then I don't know what it could be. Apart from that, it is definitely a door. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to turn on notifications whenever I post. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.